Well, welcome to Hell on Earth. Good morning. The daylight is broken. It's a little after 6 o'clock. I woke up just before. Went back to sleep, had some deep dreams. And I heard a woman speaking. That she wasn't happy with my status. And this wasn't just any woman, but I don't know her. I don't think I've met her. I don't recognize the voice. But she said something. I don't know if she was talking to herself or talking to somebody else or just speaking some truth out into the universe. But she wasn't happy with the way that I was suffering. We live in the most god-awful country on the planet today, aside from Israel with Gaza, or should I say Palestine, or should I say Edom or Idumea? I don't know what the hell to call it right now. And they have turned us into a shithole, and we have an illustrious leader who's overseen that, and our debt at $2 trillion was unbearable to begin with. Then they started this bullshit war and added $500 billion to the debt. So they're going to be printing the fuck out of this paper currency because they want to destroy us. They want to take us down. This whole thing was designed to take America down. Whether or not Donald Trump is aware of that, I do not know. I'd like to say I don't care because I see the purpose of this war was to destroy America. This is an atypical war. They've been waging war against us for quite a while. Now, who was they? I don't want to pinpoint the Jewish people, the Jews. I don't want to do that because they aren't all bad. They aren't all evil. But the problem is they sure as hell, for the most part, let themselves be used. They let their rabbis lie to them about how they were the chosen people in the world and how they have been gone after and thrown out of all kinds of countries. Well, there appears to be a little bit of truth to being chosen, but what are they chosen for? The lake of fire? That's beyond my pay grade. But the fact is, the countries outside of America today are better and healthier than we are. And the fact is, the shit rises to the top. We have the basest of men and the basest of women over us who are ruling over us. And we got to get rid of the motherfuckers. Yeah, I think that we should just call the Democrat Party and the Republican Party the motherfucker party. That's what they are. They're motherfuckers. They have hurt us so badly. George Washington warned us against the party system. And the way it used to be was the men who ran for president had to get along with each other. People had to get along back then. Why? Because they couldn't run with other people from their party. They ran as individuals. And the two top winners, they were stuck with each other. The first was president. The second was vice president. We're going back to that. You mean, oh, it'll never happen, Dr. It can't happen. Bull fucking shit. It's gonna happen. It has to happen. We are not going to be able to agree upon anything else except a return to the original structure our founders gave us. Do you understand that? Have you heard me? Do you understand me? Now listen carefully. You will be polite to each other and you will do your best to get along. Because you got to realize there's no law enforcement in this country. You got a bunch of secret societies, especially the Masons in the background, in the courts, and in your law enforcement. It's a fucking gang that arrests and kills and does all kinds of things under the color, the false colors, the ugly, false, flagrantly unconstitutional, and very criminal colors. They're not our police. They're not our militia. They certainly aren't us. They don't care about enforcing the law. Some of them are very sadistic motherfuckers that want to have it up on other people. I know. Some of them are actually pretty good people, but it's not even half of them. And they're all assholes. They don't serve anybody but themselves and the people in power above them that pay them and reward them. I'm sorry, but that's pretty much the way it is. We don't need a goddamn police force. We need our militias, and we need our militias now. And the militias aren't vindictive groups of men. They're men who defend. It's everybody, basically, about 20 years and above. And you want to be a member of your militia in good standing, because your family depends upon the militia. And if you, yeah, that's right. It's on us, man. It's not on the women. I know that women want to do everything, and they want to have power, and they want to kick ass, and they're angry as hell, and they cannot be controlled well enough. Sorry, that's the way it is. The Israelis, when they were drafting women, decided, well, we're going to draft women. And you know what the problem was? They couldn't control the women, and the women would keep killing even after they were ordered to cease. They were too violent, too emotional, too out of control, too fucking bloodthirsty, and I guess maybe even too effective. I don't know. But in this country, women kill men, and the country doesn't care. It's like men have it coming to them. No, I don't talk to many women. I mean, I don't talk to them for a reason. I don't want trouble. I had too much trouble. I'm not going to put up with your bullshit. And the women in this country, or the cross-dressers, or whatever the hell they are, because some of them are pretty damn weird, have destroyed America. Oh boy. I'm not going to go on a rant or a rampage much more this morning. I'm just going to tell you this. The countries outside of our borders laugh at us and how stupid we are for putting up with these criminals, these rich, wealthy criminals, the banksters in particular. Yes, they've hoarded the gold and the silver. They bought up all they could. But it looks like the Chinese beat their asses to it. And it looks to me like the Chinese decided they weren't going to give us any silver, so we can't make anything we need to make. Not only that, they've destroyed the helium production facilities. We took that out. Those surgical strikes that we conducted were designed to destroy us. Our own military, our own intelligence people did that to us. They fought that war in a way to destroy us. That's the way it is. That's how fucked up it is right now. And I'm not happy about it. This isn't the greatest country on the earth. Not at all. What made America great was America was good. And America is no longer great and won't be great again because America stopped being good. It's really simple. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. You can take a little boy and you can teach him how to read, and he can read the Bible, and he can tell you that himself before he's even 8 years of age. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Wake up. America was killed a long time ago. America's been in the grave, and they've been dancing on it, brainwashing you, telling you, oh, you're You're the greatest country on the earth. By God, you're the best. Nobody can do this or do that to us. And we were destroyed from within. The sheer corruption, human nature, they found that out in the Soviet Union. It collapsed because of human nature. But there's another part of human nature. Shall we talk about it? I'm trying to switch gears right now, but it's really pretty fucking hard. The other part of human nature is that we have spirits that will not tolerate bullshit, evil, and bad stuff. We have spirits that want to have good lives, that want to do good things, want to have good relationships with people, want to have honesty and clarity, good neighbors, good boundaries. It's time America adhered to that shit. Oh, we're too busy brainwashing the people inside and controlling them and milking the wealth of their generations, the wealth of their families. Do you know what they're going after right now? They are going after everything. That's right. They're going to take it all away. They're going to go after our retirements that we put stupidly into their bullshit, into their fraudulent instruments, their fraudulent monetary instruments. And the money's just going to go up that pyramid right up to the top. Yeah, we got some badasses, and it appears mostly Jews. Sorry, that's what they are. The guy who's head of Oracle, look at him. Look at what he's done to this country. Look at what his children are doing in the background. Look at how his parents set this up. You need to understand something. Your rabbis have basically put the screws to their people by publishing those ugly books. Their religion didn't exist until after the cross, not before the cross. They put together the ugliest, most satanic, evilest, vilest piece of shit they could, and they published it in volumes. And they called it the Babylonian Torah. And they got other books too on stuff, the Kabbalah, and that's where they use their symbolism, and the mystery schools get taught through that bullshit. Oh, when you're older, what might tell you what's going on? You got to do this special thing for us first, and we'll have to initiate you into a certain level, and you'll have to take some oaths. And don't worry, it's a lot of fun because we're all together. Don't worry, we'll be there. We'll help you out with that. We'll help you in your transition from being a nice guy to being a son of a bitch of the devil. And people think, well, it's just a game, it's just a social thing. I belong. I belong somewhere. Yeah, I'm happy. I belong. What? It's that bad? It's that evil? It's that fucking absolutely horrible? They want me to do what? I have to set up an innocent man and arrange his death? I have to sacrifice one of my children? I have to do what? To achieve what? I almost want to say I wouldn't go out there without a gun, but I do it all the damn time. I don't like carrying the extra weight. I don't really feel like shooting anybody either. I don't want that in my memory. But at this point, we're going to have to defend ourselves. And these fucking police officers better start addressing us properly. And these weird laws they have to put the screws to us and to put us into these money-making penitentiaries. It's beyond justice. It's beyond evil. They deal in the souls of men. I'm sorry. I know the bad guys are following the Bible as well in their own twisted way. Yet there's stuff in there that I pull from that I think, I hope I'm not misusing it. I hope I'm not misinterpreting it. But I don't dare go to the big box churches where they tell me to worship the Jews. the people that are killing children. And by the way, we spend the money on the humane efforts. We bring in the food and the medicine and the doctors. And we work for the IDF when we do that. And what are we doing? We're providing the bait over which the IDF snipers hunt. So that the children and the people that don't have any food or water, they'll walk for miles to get a meal, to get water. No shoes on their feet. And they'll walk there and wait in line. And some fucking IDF soldier or sniper from the distance or whatever is going to be told, okay, take the kids out. Okay, kill them. Kill them all. Okay, send a bomb in there. Let's see what it does. Fucking twisted, evil motherfuckers. And we in America sit by while that shit happens. Should we not go to war against Israel ourselves? Is that what has to happen? Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. Don't attack Jerusalem. Because the way I read it in the Bible, it'll go pretty good till the very end. And after you've killed half the people and taken half of them into captivity, that's right, they're all gone when you read that, man. There's little tiny residue left. There's actually some real Israelites left there. Yahweh steps in. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what to tell you anymore. I see things, I say things, and I try to help people. I got a buddy right now, and I'm kind of upset with myself because I told him if he didn't start exercising, well, at least it didn't come to pass. I saw him since then. I told him if he didn't start exercising, next time I saw him, he was going to be in a wheelchair. He escaped it for a long time, but he's headed for it. He's headed for surgery, and I'm pretty pissed off because he wouldn't listen to me, and I set him up with a good brother who was going to take good care of him. Hell, it wasn't going to take much effort, but he neglected himself. Am I neglecting myself? I think I am. You know, remember, my middle initial sometimes becomes an H for hypocrite. John Hypocrite Kent. I have lived out a life which mirrors what has happened in this society to a very large extent. I've been blinded by some things. I've been stupefied. It's a nice word, stupefied. And now I'm going to be astonied because they set this up so that we would take ourselves apart. We would kill each other. So let me tell you how to unify. You have to recognize that there are several holy scriptures, holy writings, not just the Bible. We also have the Declaration of Independence, which Tommy got wrong, and I've corrected it in some of my videos. And Tommy got some other things wrong in his life as well. But he got a lot right. And he told us, a county at a time, reclaim the Constitution a county at a time. Don't let anybody in who fails to take an oath to the Constitution, and make sure you understand the Constitution and what it really is, and not this piece of shit they've been handing to us over the last, ever since Abraham Lincoln was president. They fucked us up. Don't give me this shit where you put Ronald Reagan and Abraham Lincoln and Donald Trump together like it's a holy triumvirate, or the Grand Trinity. Fuck you people that think that way. Reagan wasn't that good. Lincoln was a son of a bitch. He was sinister as a motherfucker. Yet he did what he did. Man, are you people going to have to learn how to practice forgiveness? Just like I struggle with it. I know, physically and bodily, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. I've taken a lot of your shit. I get to live it out. I get to practice. I get to try different things out, which is kind of nice. Life is, after all, a single subject design. You know, you only have so much time, and you got to learn, and you got to live. If you had two lives, one to live with, one to learn in, and the other one to live, we'd have it all sus, wouldn't we? I mean, we would make sure to learn, and then we would get to live that better life. Maybe it is coming. Maybe we have souls after all, and we have these electromagnetic auras that they're targeting and they're poisoning us through. They're killing us through that, by the way. They know how to kill the soul. Fear them. I do. I want to get the hell out of their grips. I've wanted to get off into the wilderness to get the hell out of their cell phone towers, their weapons, and even our radio towers aren't very safe. They set up all of the standards and all of the construction, everything they can, the medical system, all of that, to harm us, not to help us. They make sure to poison everything, even sound, even music has been poisoned and tainted. They weaponize it all because the Prince of Darkness owns it all, but his time is getting very short. Trump actually showed some humility the other day. He got suckered in. Well, that's going to be his excuse. He got suckered in real good. Wow. It'll be over in one night. Don't worry, it's going to be a quick war. The people are going to... Look, leave the fucking Iranians alone. The Persians are probably the best there, but I think they're a minority. And you got Zoroastrians or Astorians or whatever the heck they are. I don't know how to say it right. And they've got probably something to share with the rest of us. Some of that's going to coincide with our traditions because we all came from the Tower of Babel. He who tells the stories rules. That's not written in the Bible, but when I think about the Bible in consideration of that, it's like, well, from what I can tell, you can take good stuff out of the Bible and apply it and live according to it, and you get good stuff. You sure as hell can twist it up and get bad stuff. You can violate the laws outright or just imitate some of the previous failure patterns, especially the familial failure patterns. I know. I mean, you want to know about family dynamics and you want to know some pretty weird stories? It's in the Bible. I mean, the drama is in there. The patterns are in there. Can we learn from it? Yes, we did learn from it. Back when we read it as children, it was our primary reader. It's how we learned how to read in this nation when we started as a country. It's what made us good. And today, they have pulled all the evil they can out of that book, and they're using it, and the other evil that's around the world. They brought all of the evil together in one place. Now, I don't like what's happened with Doge, you know? I mean, you all think, well, he's a good guy. He wouldn't do anything wrong. Well, I think it's a bunch of bullshit. You force on us electric vehicles rather than letting the market, the free market, decide what's going to work for us and what we want. Because you're going to dictate to us because you know better than we do. Sounds like the fucking Europeans. They're about ready to go up in flames over there too. And the Albanian people, they've been in trouble for a long, long time. And they finally came out, a couple million marching. Why? Because Ivanka has found her dream island and they don't want to give up their territory for Ivanka Trump. And Jared, he went to Jared, that dumbass. He's more feminine than his fucking bitch wife is. The princess or whatever. Or his daughter's so hot, she would date her. Whatever. I don't know what he really said, and I know that we've got the despicable stuff, and I know I just said something that I really don't appreciate myself saying. I'd like to give the man a chance, but the media? Forget about the media, man. I would yank the licenses on CBS, NBC, CNN. I'd yank them all. Why do we license them and give them monopolies to broadcast? Fuck them, man. They've all been used against us. And the hinge pin on all that shit and a lot of these murders and weird stuff. Back when Billy Clinton was elected. And the women elected Bill Clinton because they liked him. Women shouldn't be given the right to vote. Men don't have the right to vote. Go read the Constitution. There's no right to vote. Voting was a state's issue. It was up to the individual states. Now, you might have a state like Louisiana, and they may decide, well, we're gonna do an affirmative action since women weren't allowed to vote and women were the property of men. We're gonna take the women and we're gonna give them the right to vote, and we're gonna make men their property. It's kind of what I feel like they've tried to do to us. What happened to the team? What happened to actual love? We perverted it all. We fucked it all up. We had the American dream. We still have the Constitution up to the original 13th Amendment, which you don't know. They won't let you have it. Because it fucks over the esquires, the attorneys. The people that have been ruling over us and ripping us off and have gotten most of the wealth, along with the rest of the professions. Man, I don't know what else to say except keep those tithes and donations and gifts coming in, boys and girls, because I need them. I got nothing. I know I shouldn't say that. I know it's not that way. We in America had more than anyone else for a while. And we pissed it away. My God, that was a real fast rush, wasn't it? I had a good time. Did you have a good time? Well, that's all that matters. Take another hit. Take another toke. Shove this shit in your veins. Inhale this. They're still spraying us. Trump wants to make it more legitimate, I guess. And we had 2 sets of tankers built a long time ago because the parties couldn't make a decision on one or the other, so we'll just build them all. Is that what they're using? I don't know. All I'm going to tell you is that it's not as good inside these borders as what we all think it is and we think it should be. We are dictated by miserable bastards and assholes who want power over us. And everybody wants a piece off and make money off our illness and our sickness. It's set up so that we exploit each other. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm pissed at the company that hurt me because there's no warnings. And I got other people saying, well, did you take a binder with that? And I asked the brainy bitch. Hope she doesn't mind me calling her that. I asked her, hey, if I'd have taken a binder, would that have mitigated it? Would that have made it better? And she says, oh, no. It would have made it worse. It would have killed you. Okay, folks. You need to understand they put the binary weapon systems out there. And for some reason, I got lucky and I wasn't taking. Well, I don't think I was taking much of a binder anyway. I take some things that do. Actually, no, I really wasn't. I have some clays and some apple pectin, some other things, and psyllium seeds. I have some other things I like, but you know, the answer I got from her, I think, was a little oversimplified. But at this point, I don't really want to take chances. What I do know is that the alternative medicine profession lacks a whole bunch of stuff. They don't know enough. And the real medical system, the snake oil salesmen, the big pharma guys who sell you, I'm not kidding, medicines built from snake toxins and stuff that they hide in there. They don't disclose. They don't have it all, and they're busy slicing us up and killing us with the side effects, which are really main effects. So we're in a fucking bad place here, except we do have the Declaration of Independence, and we can chop the fuck out of these governments. And you don't have a Republic in your state government, by the way. So what's your job? Well, your job is to pull the plug on your state government and say, fuck you. That's right. And your job is to pull together as citizens. And your job is to choose from among yourselves and pick somebody and elect somebody to the proper seat. Right now, I don't think there's anyone in a proper seat. A woman who ran for Congress revealed that a while back. She's really nice. I sat back and watched her as she came from a believer that the Jews were the chosen ones, a Zionist Christian basically, and became a Christian without the Zionist label. I mean, she's finally discovered the truth. So hopefully we can discover the truth fast enough that we can shut this system down. I don't want no 4th of July celebration. Why should we celebrate? We're totally fucking enslaved. The people who we gave the money monopoly to stole it all. You think they came into that wealth? You think those people over in Europe who own most of the stock, do you think they actually earned the livings that they have right now? You think those descendants of the Roman senatorial families, do you think they've earned their livings? Yeah, I guess Barack was right. You didn't do that. What a weird dude he was. And you got shamed into voting him in because you didn't want to be a racist. It's okay. It doesn't matter who you vote for. You're going to either get a John McCain or a Bibi Netanyahu or some ungodly, horrible individual for president. My God, look at what she did to my robe. Oh, I'm so glad we're past the puppy stage. And this is just knocking with her teeth. This isn't trying. Come here. I have a muzzle coming for her. Because if something happens to me, I want her cared for. And she'll probably have so much anxiety that she's going to have a hard time controlling herself. And she didn't want to hurt anybody. She just wants to play. I know a lot of you want to take the flag up right now. And you want to take the Gadsden flag up with a fucking venomous snake on it. I'm going to tell you, don't take that flag up. You're going to say, Dr. Ken, are you crazy? We need to go after those bastards. We need to do what happened back then. You want a flag with 13 stripes on it and 13 stars. That's all you need. That's all you want. That's all she wrote. You want 13 stars in a circle. And what does that mean? That's back before they screwed us up. Who screwed us up? The King of England put his bar bastards here, and they were taking us to court and couldn't beat us because we bought more law books than anybody else, and we would go to court and beat them. And the king brought them in and says, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Why don't you do what I told you to do? And they said, sir, we do. But they go to court. They know the law better than we do, and they beat us. They had the War of 1812. The bar bastards, the British accreditation regency bastards who ruled in the place of their kings, got us into the War of 1812. And as a direct result, before the year was over, the original 13th was fully ratified by 10 states. Not 9 as required. 9 is where it's ratified. But New Hampshire was late to the party, and they were the 10th state that voted for it. Yeah. Ask me how I know. Yahweh put me in place, and I ended up in some pain over there trying to take care of family matters, realizing things weren't right. Not knowing what was so wrong. And I made the calls while I was there. And I got the original copy in handwritten script. I mean, I couldn't read it. It was so beautiful. It was like, I've never seen anything even printed that beautiful by any typesetting, because it was handwritten. I had to email the lady in charge of records in Concord, New Hampshire back and say, would you mind typing this out for me? I can't read it. And she said, oh yeah, I don't mind. Nobody else can read it either. I have to do that all the time. And she typed it and sent it to me, and there was a page break in there, which sort of throws off a little bit. And there was a typo in there too, but it was like, you know, I mean, it was obvious a typo, but I read it. And basically, we need to restore it fully. That's right. You're going to say, well, we can't go to court. We can't do that. Yeah, you can, but you got to go to the proper court. And right now, the Supreme Court is trying to decide whether or not the Sixth Amendment is going to be upheld. And the Sixth Amendment says that the jury has to be 12. And in the state of Arizona, which is a fucking territory, and this is the soft underbelly of the nation. This is the 48th state, the last state. 1912 became a state. Still a goddamn territory in my eyes, because it's so fucked up here. But you need to understand, this is the one they used to take the country over. And the guy Fuentes, who's now Secretary of he's Secretary of State. He can't wait till the governor's yanked out of office so he can become governor. Fontes. What the hell is his name? Shit. I should know that. He's the guy that started the voting fraud in Arizona. He's the one that designed the machine, and they gave him room so he could keep on counting and recounting, and that's how we got Kirsten Sinema as a fucking senator out of this place, and that's how we got some other weird shit going on too. They stole things left and right, and they still got they got the wrong people in power. They fucked up the state. But let me tell you how corrupt Arizona is. Arizona had a state senator, female, okay, and she brings the truth to the rest of the state legislature about the governor, Katie Hobbs. And you know what they did? They took the silver, because they're all in the pockets, just like the governor is in the pockets of the fucking cartels. That's right. Cartels appear to run this place to me. And what they did is they refused to hold a hearing on the voting irregularities, the inconsistencies, and the background of the governor, where she was getting paid through some weird real estate deal with the cartels. They were Republicans, and she's a Democrat, and they kicked their fellow Republican senator out rather than have her there to embarrass them, because they're all on the take. Anyway, I've said pretty much enough this morning. I think you need to understand that all on the take happens everywhere. And we hear about the child sex trafficking in the government. Every state does that shit. Half of the children that are sexually trafficked come out of child protection services or family and youth services. They kidnap the children. There are judges that do that shit that are set up on the take, making money big on that. They get bought left and right. I don't know what happens to them. I don't want to think about it and imagine it. But you need to realize it's totally fucking corrupt. And we did it because we turned our backs on God, on Yahweh. And we stopped reading our Bibles. We stopped abiding by the 10 Commandments, or the law of life, as I prefer to call it. We stopped reading about the blessings that are there for us if we do that stuff. And we stopped reading about the curses, which are twice as long. And, by the way, terminal. And both of those are in the Bible in 2 different books. Nice long sections. A double witness, meaning God wants you to pay attention to this. Read this stuff. Learn it. I know that we Israelites did not do the best thing around the world, according to the way they wrote the history books up. But you got to understand what was happening around the rest of the world. Oh yeah, we had some badasses looking for gold and looking for wealth and for power. We definitely had them. But we also did some good stuff. Like, they used to set up like a conveyor belt with humans to sacrifice down south of us in Mexico. That's right. They were mass sacrificing, mass murdering each other down there. And we stopped it in other parts of the world. And look at the payback we're getting now. They hate white people. Why? Because the sons of Cain have got the upper hand over the sons of Adam. There's so much more to the story. There's so much more there. But I do not like the fact that these people are following the ends of the Bible and the horrible, ugly stuff that's written and coded there. At the sound of the trump, what's our president's name? Don't tell me that they didn't plan that. The family name was something different at one point. There's no telling how far back they planned this stuff. There's no telling how far ahead they've already got it planned and mapped out. So I'm going to ask you, are you going to let them win? Are you going to let them beat your ass? I don't like fighting very much. It's not because I wasn't capable, wasn't good at it. I just didn't like doing it very much. I didn't like beating the shit out of the other guy. Didn't like getting the shit beat out of me either. But then everybody else grew, and I got winged, and I got injured, and then it got really bad. And my sister was allowed to beat me for almost a fucking decade before my dad went to Vietnam, and I decided I was going to hit her back. And I tried, and I didn't even hit her. But at least got her attention, and she screamed, ran to her bedroom, slammed the door. She still kept fucking with me, By God, did she fuck with her husband? Did she destroy her marriage? Fucking yeah, yes, she did. He was a good man. I liked him a lot. And she didn't care. She was going to dominate. Ladies, you say you want security and you want this and that and you want to be taken care of. But then you go too far. And you fuck up your own marriages. And you destroy your own nation. That's just the way it is. The devil used Eve in the garden, and the devil uses all the Eves around us on the planet. All of these women who basically just have problems containing themselves. Women were given extra capacities. And when they use the extra capacities wrongly, they drive themselves crazy. All women are crazy. They've all been given licenses at this point. I'm a retard. I'm a slow learner. It took me a long time to learn how to be good and the importance of it. It really did. It took me a long time to grow up. And by the time I grew up, it was damn near too late. He always pulled my ass out of the fire so many times, it's like, okay, I think I'm doing your job. I think I'm doing what you want me to do. The good news is you can read the first 13 amendments of the Constitution. You can declare your citizenship as a landed citizen. You can come out of the beast system. You can separate yourself from it. And you can stop supporting it. Don't take any licenses out. Don't pay any taxes that are going to be misguided. Yes, the system will collapse. The system should collapse. It has to. And if it burns, it burns. Go read 2 Esdras chapter 11 and chapter 12. Yeah. Go read it. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding about it. It's about a 3-headed eagle. A whole bunch of wings and feathers. And try not to misinterpret it. And realize how obvious it really is and how simple it is to understand the main part of the story anyway. May Yahweh bless.